Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Let me ask you, if you're starting a new LLC, a startup, a DBA, which is the best Capital One business credit card should you go for? Now, adding to that, charged off a Capital One credit card, can you still qualify for a business credit card with Capital One? And the answer to that is possibly yes, and I'll explain that to you. I was talking to somebody that actually works for Capital One, and because their personal division is separated from the business division, if you had a charge off and it's over a year old, then it's possible that you still will be able to qualify for one of Capital One business credit cards. Okay? I'm not saying it's a guarantee. They said it's still possible. All right. That being said, which business credit card from Capital One should you go for? Now, here's the thing about it. I always tell people when you're starting your business, whether it's a DBA, a LLC, a startup, one of the most important things is choosing the right bank. And it's real important to why you're choosing the right bank is because you're trying to build up your business bank rating and your business credit the fastest. All right. Now, that being said, I know some of you all may have already opened up your business account with a community bank or with a credit union like Navy Federal because you're trying to get business credit card. But here's the thing about it, that when you open up with one of those type of financial institutions, your business transactions do not report to the business credit bureaus. Now, I always tell you guys that when you open up a business bank account, you need to make weekly or daily deposits because it helps with your business bank rating, which expedite the opportunity for you to raise more capital. So that's the reason I tell you to go after financial institutions like Capital One. And because Capital One reports to the main business credit bureaus. We're talking about Experian Business Credit Bureau, Equifax Business Credit Bureau, Small Business Financial Exchange, and shared with Dun Bradstreet. All right. Now, like I said, because those are the type of financial institutions, you also have like Citibank, you have Chase Bank, you have American Express. So you have those institutions. Those are the ones we call the gatekeepers. All right. And it's because of their transactions that they actually report to the Business Credit Bureau. So it puts you in a better position to get access to more funding. That being said, if you're just starting now, which business credit card should you get from Capital One? Well, if you have bad credit, then you definitely want to look at the Capital One Spark business card, the gold card, right? Because you can have a 580 credit score. You don't need a DUNS number. You don't need a Paydex score. You don't need net 30s in order to get this here card. So that would be one of the better cards for you if you have challenging credit. Now, some other things, if you have challenging credit, you're trying to build up your business credit file, you also have a secured business credit card with Bank of America. Okay, now that secured credit card starts at $1,000, but it reports to Small Business Financial Exchange. Or you can also take into consideration like that would help build up your business credit because it's secured, starts at 500, but it reports to Experian, Equifax, Dun Bradstreet. Okay, then you also have A to B gas. Now it's a net 7, but at the same time it still reports to the business credit bureaus like Experian, Equifax, Dun Bradstreet. Those are some of the basics of building the foundation of business credit and stuff like that. However, say that you have at least a 660, 670 credit score, then you want to be looking at the Capital One Spark Cash Plus. Now, here's the question that everybody always asks. Is there a Capital One card that does not report on your business or personal? Now, the Capital One Spark Plus, if you are a new member and you get this here card, then this is the card that actually is supposed to not report on your personal credit when you get it. Okay, so it's the Capital One Spark Cash Plus card that they say that doesn't report. All right. However, if you already have an account with them, it's going to continue reporting on your personal credit. All right. Then you have the Capital One miles, not a Capital One miles. It's the blue card for traveling and stuff like that. Capital One business travel card. And then they have the new Capital One Venture. Okay, the Capital One Venture X card. Now, in terms of that one, that's the one that's supposed to replace the higher tier of the Capital One Spark card. All right. Now, here's something that you need to know. Sometimes when you get denied, a Capital One credit card, you may be approaching, there's a 724 with them. Now with Chase Bank, I know people have heard of the 524, and I'll explain it. So with the 524, that means you have 5 open revolving accounts within a 24-month period. Okay. Now, again, with Capital One, they state that if you get denied, then it may be because you have a 724. That means 7 accounts, open revolving accounts within a 24-month period. Okay. Now, I know for some people, they're like, well, I've been trying to get credit line increases and stuff like that. Well, in terms of getting credit line increases for your business credit cards and stuff like that, the time frame for that is usually about 6 months. All right. Now, understanding that if you are a startup, a LLC, a DBA, building up your business credit, building a foundation so that you can branch out and get access to other cards to help build up your business credit. So a few net 30s that I would say that you may want to have, you have now that reports to Experian, Equifax, and Dun Bradstreet. Now, this is also a system that actually monitors your business credit. So it's definitely helpful in positioning to where you know exactly where you are at with building up your business credit. Then you have Incredible, because you can report your utilities and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of people, well, should I use my home address or should I use a commercial address? And when it comes to funding, it's okay that you use your home address, okay? That's not going to stop you from getting funding, all right? Now, if you choose to just want to have a little more privacy, then yes, you can use a virtual address and everything. That's okay. But I'm just letting you know, if you don't want the extra expense and you're okay with it, yes, you can use your home address in order to apply for business credit card. Now, one other key thing I want to tell you guys that most people don't know. When you have like an email like at AT&T.com or at yahoo.com, at AOL.com, what's happening is when you have older emails like that, you're put into this category, okay? That means that when you apply for like a business credit card and you're in this, it's to them, they categorize you, and I know it's discrimination, but they categorize you as a person that has struggling credit, okay? And because of that, that's the reason I tell people you really should put a corporate email on your credit file, on your credit application. This is going to help you tremendously, all right? Especially when you're trying to build up business credit and get access to funding, all right? Now, adding to that, another card, if you have at least a 660, then you may want to consider like a Corpay. Now with Corpay, it's a Net 21 account. Now with the Net 21 account, Corpay reports to Experian, Dun Bradstreet, and Equifax as well. All right. So if you guys have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.